Hey, this is Brett the Hitman Hart, and you're listening to the Smacked Raw podcast.
I'm like, okay, well, has this always been a thing? Where have I been?
It's Wednesday, you know what that means. It is the AEW Dynamite recap, brought to you by the SmackDown podcast. I'm your host, KDW, or KDKD, baby.
Baby. Sebastian still doesn't get it.
It's okay.
I don't get it.
It's okay. we will teach you the ways. It's fun. But
I can't make kids, so.
I'm joined by Kevin Crazy and the phenomenal Sebastian. How you guys doing?
Hey, what's today's date?
The 13th.
Oh,
There you go.
That's pitiful. I still haven't took my Christmas tree back out yet. It's
That's not that bad.
kind of sad.
No, it's not sad.
Actually, it kind of makes my day that you're still in the Christmas spirit.
No.
Oh,
That's
fine.
fine.
Fine, you goddamn Grinch.
Hey,
Yeah. No, what?
watch the swearing, punk.
I said, damn, I thought we were allowed to say damn.
I don't think
Didn't
we
take
are.
too
I
long.
don't remember.
How long we been?
Well,
Kyle,
think
are we
damn.
allowed to say damn?
I'll dam up a river.
Okay, well, I don't know how, but we are a wrestling news recap show. Oh my god. You can find us live, like we are now, on twitch.tv/puttingyouover for Raw, SmackDown, and AEW. You can find our NXT recaps live Thursday nights on twitch.tv/SmackDown podcast. Let's see if this button that Kyle gave me works.
I hope so.
Oh my god, it worked. You see that? See that subscribe button? Click it. Click all of it. YouTube.com/SmackDown podcast.
Ooh.
I can't believe that actually kind of worked.
Fancy.
I didn't know where to place it, so I kind of just put it in the middle. But if you subscribe, you'll get notified every time we post a new recap video, which this will be up tomorrow. No, it'll be up tonight. I'll put it up tonight. I'll be generous. Also, we are the...
That's Katie.
What?
That's Katie, the little blue cheese chunk or whatever.
Stop it.
Blue cheese crumble.
I hate it so much. Also, I'm just going to preface this now. I'm going to be holding my face the majority of this. If you're watching live or if you watch the video, my jaw hurts. I went to the dentist. It's fine.
She had a wrestling match with Dr. Britt Baker, and she got her ace kicked.
You know, I wish that actually happened. It didn't.
Hey, kayfabe, all right? That's what happened.
Kayfabe, yeah. Britt Baker.
That's a lot cooler.
It is a lot cooler.
I mean, I am sorry that you're in pain, though.
It's fine. I'll be alright. Let's just get all of this out of the way. We are the exclusive recap for Wrestling News World. Head on over to the website, WrestlingNewsWorld.com. Check out the amazing articles, podcasts, premium content they have over there. Fantastic things being written by fantastic people. And Kevin, where can they go to support us?
Well, that's where we have some new pictures there. And Kyle was really, really excited about, and they are cool. But it's at patreon.com/SmackDrawPod. You know, you can DDT us. You can give us a rest hold. There's different tiers that are named after different wrestling moves, and that's kind of cool. You know, do you really want to, end our careers? Subscribe more than once. Put several moves on us. But you can get some stickers. You can get some T-shirts. You can get some advertising. It's a good deal, and a good deal of people would make our show a good deal better. So give us your money. It's a good deal.
Give us your money. There you go.
It's a good deal.
Well, also, you can, if you do the off the top of my head, $10 tier, you can submit a video question that we will feature on the podcast, or you can submit a video hot take or unpopular wrestling opinion because it is coming back. This I know for a fact.
Well, with some of the people, potential.
With some of the people that may be on the next one.
Yeah.
I mean, regardless, it's going to be a great show, but
Oh, yeah, they're always fun.
they are. I've been on one. Kev, you've been on
Have
one.
you ever been on one, Sebastian?
Yeah, I've been on one.
Oh, you have? I wasn't sure if you had been or not. I was on one too.
Look at that. We've all been on one. We all had a great time.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you do the $10 tier, you can submit an unpopular wrestling opinion, and we will tell you if it's trash or not. It'll probably be trash, but it's fine.
I mean, I don't know. I like everything. I might not say your opinion is trash.
Because you're a positive Patty.
I will most likely say it is trash.
Patty, cake baker man.
I think I was like 9 out of 10 on trash when I was on it the first time. So
I don't
too
really
nice.
remember. The only thing I remember was Jizzy from Dead Ass Girls talk shit about Natalia when Vanessa from Ontario,
from putting you over.
Yeah, from putting you over. Yeah, she was on there, and you know she's Canadian, and it was a war, and it was kind of awesome.
It was that one, and the Chicago one, and then the one with Warren Hayes.
Oh my God!
Hysterical.
Yeah, Warren Hayes was dope.
Oh man! All right, let's talk New Year's Smash Night 2.
Yeah.
Overall, what'd you guys think?
I thought it was dope. I was really into the whole show, honestly.
meh.
This guy. No, I mean, I thought it was better than last week, honestly.
What? No.
I mean, minus the ending of last week, because that was a huge moment.
No.
Yeah.
But overall, I thought that like this was the whole show kept me more engaged.
No. I love last week. I had a few problems with tonight's show though.
Well, I have a few problems with you then.
Everybody has problems with me, kid.
Do you wanna air your problems, or do you wanna wait?
Yeah, well, just goddamn Christmas tree. Sorry. Sorry.
Oh,
Hit my
it's
funny.
fine. It's fine. This is just gonna be that show this week, I guess.
Goddamn right.
Okay, all right. So we started.
Kyle's probably cussing us in the chat.
No, he's not. He's
Actually, all he said was remind me to clip Kev's Patreon.
well. I'm gonna throw this out there. Kyle swears so much on. Well, he's cut down a little bit on Raw, but SmackDown.
Oh yeah,
he swears too. So it's not just us.
well, that
Why
bitch.
SmackDown? SmackDown's fun. Raw shit. Oh God.
All right. You know what? Eddie Kingston taking on Pac. That's what started.
Oh my God, I am so sorry about that. That came out of nowhere, and I apologize for my rudeness.
Of course, you did it right into your mic.
I know. I'm sorry. I really didn't mean to do that, and I'm just gonna, I'm gonna take the blame because it was a bad thing to do.
Oh man. Okay. You know, it was a good thing this match.
Yes, agreed.
Before the bell even rang, Pac was taking it to Kingston. There was the loudest slaps, loudest kicks. Like it.
Oh my God.
It was such an intense match, and I almost called him Neville. Oh my God. Pac hit the black arrow for the win and then immediately applied the brutalizer, which is his submission. And then that led to Butcher and the Blade coming into the ring and the Lucha Bros, and there was a nice standoff. And then Lance Archer came out and then ran Kingston and the family off and then got in Pac's face. So, do you guys like that Archer's kind of just like, we both hate Eddie Kingston, let's just work together? Or like, what do you guys feel about all this?
I'd like to see him get Pac. That's the match for me.
Yeah,
When I did the whole face off, that's what I was excited for.
yeah, I would tend to agree with that. I mean, I like that this is kind of bringing them together, but I'd like to see one of them like ultimately, and I think this is probably where it's going. Double cross
Yeah.
one of them, and that's the real story there. I think.
Nobody brought up Archer's new hair. Like, nobody brought it up.
Did they bring it up?
No, like we're not bringing it up. Like he cut his hair and shit.
Oh, did he?
I don't know, man. I didn't
Nobody
really
noticed that?
know.
Wow,
I
like
didn't
it's not
notice.
long anymore. Yeah.
I don't look at his hair.
I
They even
don't.
put well, the only reason I looked out for it is like a couple days on Twitter, he put a picture of his hair on the floor and was like,
Oh,
so,
Well, that
oh
would
shit!
do
I
it.
didn't know that.
That would make
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah, kayfabe, you know.
yeah.
Kayfabe. All in good kayfabe.
I like that.
Thank you. That's the slogan of the show now. Kyle, take notes.
All in good kayfabe.
All in good kayfabe. I
That
actually really like that.
is good.
I'm quite proud of myself.
Well, you should be. That is a good little quip. I don't know what the hell you'd call that.
I'll take quip. Okay, sure. Following Kingston vs. Pac, we got Chuck Taylor taking on Miro, and if Chuck Taylor lost, he had to become Miro's young boy, which I give Chuck Taylor props. He did great. He took it to Miro, but with interference by Kip, and mainly Kip attacking Orange on the outside, and
Yeah.
then trying to get involved in the match. It wasn't long before it was game over for Chuck Taylor. And now he has to be Miro's young boy until
For a month, I think.
Kip and Penelope's wedding, which is happening at Beach Break, which is February 7th.
So a little less than a month, but
Little less than a month.
3 weeks or so.
But you could just like Orange Cassidy's face. He was just like, well, what do
You want me to do, bro? I'm stuck. I can't help a friend, you know?
I know,
Like he
and
genuinely looked defeated.
he did, and Chuck Taylor was like kind of reaching for him too, and I was like,
Yeah.
this is low key heartbreaking.
Right? Right? It really was.
Sebastian,
It was a good match. It started the kind of trend for me being too many shenanigans throughout the show. There's a lot of shenanigans. Murrow though, he looked really good. He hasn't had many matches on Dynamite. I think this was his fifth. I want to say since it debuted.
like that.
But he looked great tonight. He brought the intensity. I was really impressed with him. As best he's looked since he's been on Dynamite, I thought.
Oh, for sure. I would totally agree. Because it feels like this might be his first, like, as far as a singles competitor, like his real coming out party. Because he had it was mostly him and Kip Sabian tagging together,
Yeah.
Excuse me. And he hasn't had very many singles matches. And when he has, they've been like squash matches, So, like, but Chuck Taylor's a legit opponent, and it was a really, really good match.
I'm just intrigued as to what they're gonna do with Chuck Taylor basically being Miro's butler, young boy, for the month. Like,
I know. We'll see, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, I guess next week we're gonna see a little bit of it because they like advertised it.
Yeah, I like how they had Chuck Taylor like in a really bad CGI tuxedo or whatever the hell it was in the graphic. That was hilarious.
Always a good time. Poor Chuck Taylor.
Right?
All because Trent's hurt. All because of Miro. It's all Miro's fault.
It is.
What a bastard.
Oh, but his shirt, that new shirt that he had, I can't remember exactly. I mean, it looked like Rusev Day, but it was good. It was a good shirt. I liked it.
Was it like the best man or something?
Yeah. I think Miro Best Man, I think is what it said, but it used like the color scheme and stuff of
Rusev Day.
yeah, Rusev Day. I said Miro Day, didn't I?
I don't know. You might have.
Doesn't matter.
I honestly don't remember anymore.
Good. Because I never make mistakes.
So moving on. Matt Hardy and Private Party have an interview backstage. We find out that last week Private Party signed those contracts they signed were for Matt Hardy to be their manager, and he gets the 30% of their pay or something. I don't know, but this just was basically an interview showing the hostility between them already. Private Party were calling Matt money hungry, and then Matt Hardy was like, "Well, no, you guys only care about money. You guys were nothing without me. The fans don't care about you." And then he's like, "You're gonna shut up and listen to me." And then he ends the interview. And I don't like the pairing.
No, I'm really ready for this to be over. So I'm hoping that this is like the beginning of the end. I mean, it seems like it. So
No, they're not bound to contract, have they?
Oh,
Stuck. No, I'm not a fan of it either. Matt is like the complete 360 as a character. Not sure how I feel about it. I feel like he's better when he's more creative with his content. And two, to me, watching it, especially when they bring in the third party platforms and everything, it just seems like a direct shot at Vince McMahon. Which, I mean, not that I'm a big fan of Vince, but, why do that? I think they just need to worry about their product and not take shots at the other.
I mean, when Miro came in, that was like one of the first things they did.
Yeah.
Was take a shot at Vince basically telling all of his superstars that you can't use Twitch, can't use Cameo, can't use any of these third-party platforms, which is still ridiculous. But some of them still have a Twitch. Like, I know Adam Cole still does.
Yeah, and Paige, I think, decided to like just go against the policy. She was like, "Screw it, I'm still."
Yeah, it's just weird. I mean, it seems like there would be something better for them to do with their time. You know what I mean? Just my opinion.
It's interacting with the fans. It's another way for fans to get to know them. Because back in the day, you didn't have like.
No, I don't mean Twitch. I mean like the party.
You had to specify, Seb. Specify.
Matt Hardy, like the whole Matt Hardy / Vince McMahon parody type deal. It feels like
didn't Matt have one of his many characters? Like, wasn't it just like a money hungry like Matt Hardy?
Wouldn't surprise me.
It was like big time Matt Hardy or something. I don't know. I don't remember, but I feel like there was one.
But even so, I mean, every line tonight was stuff that you could just see directed right at Vince.
Well, I don't have a problem with that because from AEW because I feel like they're punching up, like.
Yeah, but they've been a company for what, 15 months now, and it seems like every 2 weeks there's a shot. Like, just feel like there's something better they can do with their time.
It does not bother me one bit. In fact, keep it coming because I mean they're not only that they're uniting like smaller promotions against, not necessarily against, but they're just like
that's cool. I like the whole uniting thing. It's just I don't know.
Well, that's what I mean. I mean, I think that their whole big thing is like just throwing a middle finger to WWE, and I'm into it because Vince McMahon really sucks, especially on like the labor front. With a lot of his wrestlers. I mean, look at the way that like John Moxley came over from WWE and all the shit that he talked and how he is now, or even FTR and all that sort of thing.
Yeah, but is it really? I mean, I understood at first. It's like, yeah, let's get everybody, riled up against WWE, pull ratings. But I mean, they're still struggling to touch 1 million most weeks. Like, it's not doing anything for them. I don't know.
I don't have a problem with it. In fact, I mean, I don't care if they do it or not. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Like, it works for me, but like, I mean, it is kind of cheap heat if that's what you're trying to say. I understand that for sure.
Yeah.
But it works.
I mean, WWE takes shots at them too sometimes, so it's equal sides here. But we're just gonna move on from that.
No, I have so many more. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Oh, I don't care. The Inner Circle's New Year's resolutions.
This was great.
Hager immediately is just into the microphone. He's like, championships.
I love that.
All aggressive. MJF was like, that was great, Jacob. I agree. And then he was like, fat people gotta go. And then Ortiz wants to learn some of his grandmother's recipes. He said them so fast, and they were in Spanish. I couldn't catch them.
Good luck. That's what it sounded like to me.
And then Jericho was his was that him and MJF are going to win the AEW tag team titles. And Santana's like, hold the phone. You brought
Hold the
me and
phone.
Ortiz into the Inner Circle to be the tag team in the Inner Circle. And then Sammy Guevara goes on to call Jericho a tag team slut.
I love that. Because I remember as soon as he said the thing about MJF, I was like, you son of a. That's the third person in the Inner Circle that you're talking about trying to win the titles with.
Yeah, I mean, first it was Jericho and Sammy, lay sex gods. Then we got Jericho and Hager. And now we have freaking Jericho and Max.
Yep.
And Jericho's like, and then Sammy brought up, well, I saw you dab up Snoop Dogg. Is he going to be your next one? Like,
I know. So good. I love it.
oh man. But that sets up next week. There's going to be a 3-way match to see who the official tag team in Inner Circle is. And it's going to be Santana and Ortiz, obviously, taking on Chris Jericho, and Max taking on Hager and Sammy.
Sammy Hager.
Sammy Hager.
I love that. I thought that was hilarious. Championships.
Championships. And then Max, before they all flip off the camera, is like, oh, nothing's going to break us up. This is a family. And then they all flip off the camera.
Yeah, it's a solid Inner Circle segment. Just exactly what you come to expect from these guys, you know. Goofy, silly, fun stuff.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I mean,
Couldn't say it any better. I'm looking forward to the tag match.
yeah.
Really to see where it goes.
Yeah, I mean, the tag team, like, that's going to be a great match. I'm trying to think who they're going to have win.
I hope that they have Santana and Ortiz win, honestly.
You would
I really
assume,
do. Yeah.
since they're an actual tag team and have been for years.
Mm-hmm.
But
I'd say Jericho and MJF win. That's my
well,
That wouldn't surprise me.
I think if Max and Jericho win, it's gonna like Santana and Ortiz are gonna end up leaving Inner Circle.
Absolutely.
Most definitely if Max and Jericho win.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, who knows?
But I like the angle that they're taking, that like, hey man, we're a family. Maybe we just have to beat the shit out of each other once in a while.
Poor Wardlow reminded me of the kid in school that never gets picked to be on a team but keeps saying he's next.
And like Wardlow's one of the best ones. Like,
Oh yeah.
He beat Hager's ass last week, and he's just sitting over there, not saying a word.
he's just sitting over there looking pretty. I mean, God bless.
He's like the only dude from that whole group that I want to see break away from that group, honestly, because I think he would be so badass just on a really cool singles run.
Yeah, he definitely
You know?
would. I mean, he'll get one probably within the year, if I were to say.
I hope so. I hope so.
More so if Inner Circles, like, we start seeing more cracks in the Inner Circle. So from possibly losing members in your group breaking up to possibly gaining a member of your group, Dark Order. They have an interview backstage, and they bring up that, Evil Uno says that everything in the future that they do is going to be for Mr. Brody Lee.
Nice, yeah.
And next week, Hangman, who just happened to be standing on the side, is going to team with the Dark Order. And then John Silver and Alex Reynolds interview him. And John's just like, oh, you're so pretty. I love you. Which
John Silver seems genuinely starstruck when Hangman's around. Like it's almost kind of cute. It's funny as hell.
listen, Kyle said it best in our chat. It's literally being the elite Dark Order
Yeah.
on like live stream TV.
Yeah,
It's
that's from what I understand.
oh, it's so funny. Listen, and I just love John Silver. That's no secret. John Silver is my favorite member of the Dark Order. My favorite person on being the elite probably right now. He can't do wrong.
He's definitely a rising star, generally
100%.
speaking. Like
For their
he's gonna be big, I think.
like because AEW has like awards now, and one of them was like breakout male star, and John Silver was on there, and same with like Darby Allin and Orange Cassidy.
Well, also they're putting him like in the same category as those guys. I can see it. I mean, I don't think he's quite as big as them yet, but like I think that this year will be the year that we see John Silver do some big things.
This is the year of John Silver,
Yeah.
2021.
Yeah.
But Reynolds basically asked Hangman, well, when are we gonna get your answer about joining the Dark Order? And Hangman says after their match next week, he's going to give his answer on whether he is joining Dark Order. Do you want Hangman to be in the Dark Order, Sebastian?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
I,
actually really
I,
surprised by that answer, to be
I
honest.
really don't. To be honest, I don't know why. I was watching this segment and I was like, I like it. And I can't even explain it. Maybe it's because of the unfortunate events here lately, and I just want the Dark Order to succeed. Maybe I don't know, but yeah, screw it. Put them in there. Let's see.
Oh, no, I feel the same way, man. I didn't want it at first. I'll be totally honest with you. Like, I mean, I like the dynamic that he was having with those guys, but like, I was like, no, ultimately he's going to say no, and maybe they'll be friendly, but he's not going to go in. But now, man, especially with the way John Silver just puts Adam Page over every chance he gets in the most endearing possible ways, like I want those guys to be friends. Like so yes, please, Adam Page, join the Dark Order.
Part of my heart does not want Page to join the Dark Order. Just because, like, you can give him a great run as a single star. I mean, before last week, he could have maybe, like, fixed things with the Bucks and, like, been in the Elite again. That's clearly not gonna happen. But the chemistry between mainly him and Silver and Reynolds,
Oh my god.
it's so good. I kind of want him in the Dark Order.
Yeah. No, 100%. Because it's like, like I said, when they first started teasing that stuff, I was like, no, thank you. Like Adam Page, like his whole character and everything didn't even give me vibes that he would join a faction like that anyway,
Yeah.
But like now, it almost feels like it happened kind of organically, like he
Yeah.
kind of like became friends with them, and like things, it just, yeah, there's like Sebastian was saying, there's no place to really put your finger on it. It just feels kind of right, you
Yeah.
know.
I mean, we're gonna find out next week.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Or there could be like an epic heel turn for Hangman.
No, I don't think.
I don't see that either, but
No, they got.
they
It's like
they don't have enough baby faces right now in
I was just
AEW.
gonna say, like, they don't have enough baby faces, and you can't really say Dark Order is a heel anymore.
Oh god, no. No,
Like, they're
everybody.
not.
No way.
Maybe the most heel person in there is Anna Jay, but
I wouldn't even necessarily consider her a heel, though.
I mean, with the matches most recently, I'd say her.
But I hear what you're saying.
Yeah. So from the Dark Order faction to the Elite, they have a quick interview backstage, and Kenny's asking the Bucks if they're gonna do like their old Elite entrance because this is the first time the three of them tagged together in a really long time. And Don Callis is like, "No, no, no, no! This is the Young Bucks. They get their own entrance. Like they deserve it."
That's so good.
And I freaking hate Don Callis. I'm just gonna put that out there. So Kenny has his long-winded, long drawn-out entrance as he does, and then Don Callis takes the mic from Justin Roberts, which, how dare you?
How dare you?
And he introduces Kenny's best friends, the world tag champs, the Good Brothers.
Oh, yo, I can't tell you how hard I popped for that. I was like, keep this. I love this crossover stuff right now. Keep it coming. Keep it coming.
He had to take the mic, though. I mean, Justin Roberts talked about Kenny Omega for 10 minutes. I mean, he needed a break. Been nice.
Don Callis was being considerate. Come on.
He called Justin Roberts an amateur.
I mean, you gotta make it look real. I mean, Justin was probably like, "I need a break." I just hated it. Dude.
You gotta make it look really.
I
Yeah,
sure
you
got
gotta
up.
You gotta make it look. Gotta kayfabe. I mean, come on.
Yeah. It's all fun and kayfabe.
Yeah.
Is that what you said?
I think so.
I don't remember.
Is
It
that-
was dope though.
I literally don't remember what I said, and it was less than 20 minutes ago. Wow. All right.
Are you
So,
high?
no, I'm just exhausted.
Fine.
The Good Brothers come out, and it does a like split camera thing where it shows the Bucks backstage with Tony Khan, and Bucks look pissed. Like they clearly didn't know this was
Yeah.
happening. Tony Khan's just like, I don't know what to do here. I'm sorry. So it's the
No, I thought they were gonna come out to the ring, by the way. Like when they stormed off during that little thing.
yeah.
I thought they were gonna come out to the ring right then and start some shit out there. Cause you're right, they looked pissed.
Yeah, I mean,
know,
they were
like-
just talking about their match
Yeah.
30 seconds ago, and they were all hyped up. It was like, yeah, the elite, the elite, and like
Yeah.
Kenny was even doing it, like coming out. Kenny looked a little bit surprised, but like he should have known because Don Callis is a snake. And so the elite, I'm gonna put it in quotes, took on Griff Garrison, Brian Pillman Jr., and I believe his name is Danny Limelight.
Yep. Yeah, that
Okay.
was right.
Okay, they said it so
He impressed
fast.
the hell out of me. Actually, that dude.
He was amazing.
Holy crap, yeah.
I mean, let's be real here. The Good Brothers and Kenny took 99% of this match. It was basically a squash match with Danny Limelight and the Varsity Blondes getting a little bit of offense here and there. And then Good Brothers hit the Magic Killer for the win. And then Mox's music hits. He comes out and he's like, 3-1. I'll take the odds. Charges the ring, goes right after Kenny. Good Brothers start attacking him. Some people from backstage kind of come out. Mainly separate Mox and Kenny, who are just brawling. And then the Lucha Bros come out and like start helping Mox because they basically attacked Phoenix last week.
Uh-huh.
And then obviously more people are trying to separate them. The Young Bucks come out and are trying to hold Mox back. They're like, dude, it's not worth it. You don't need to do this. It kind of looked like Mox was going to hit them, and it kind of looked like they were going to hit a double super kick on Mox, only to turn around and eat a double super kick by the Lucha Bros.
That was so dope.
And then
Oh my God.
like then the rest of the locker room basically empties out. Brawl. Don and Kenny run away because again, Don's a coward.
Kenny looked like he wanted to go back into the ring though.
He did. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he looked like
Don's
yeah.
controlling Kenny for his own
Yeah.
personal well-being.
No, absolutely.
But there's a lot to unpack from that. So we're probably gonna see Young Bucks versus Lucha Bros again,
Mm-hmm.
which I have no objections to.
Nope.
But basically, Mox kind of teaming with the Lucha Bros because Mox hasn't really had anybody.
Yeah, this might for me. I feel like that might just be because it's the AEW versus Impact angle, so they're kind of just allies. Because you know the enemy of my enemy is, or well, not quite that, but you know,
Yeah.
they're united against the same enemy. You know what I'm saying? But I'll tell you what, the thing that got me intrigued the most about the whole thing was potentially like maybe a Lucha Bros versus the Good Brothers, you know,
Oh yeah.
because they were kind of interacting a little, and I was like, oh, I never even thought about that, you know,
That
because
would
you
be good.
yeah, because you immediately obviously go, Young Bucks, Good Brothers, because champion versus champion, and give it to me. I would take that match any day of the week, but I think I'd rather see the Lucha Bros versus the Good Brothers, though, just based on how good I think the match would be.
Yeah. Sebastian, anything?
Yeah, I thought you said that you thought it was a squash, but I actually thought the Limelight, Pillman Jr. and that team got too much offense. I really did.
It
I think it lasted 11 minutes.
was a long match. It was a
Yeah,
long.
I mean, to me, and no offense to Limelight, like y'all said, he did everything well, hit his spots, it looked great. But there's another way to do it. It's not against your world champ and tag team champions at the same time. Maybe a match with Cody. Cody has the reputation of bringing these young guys up and showing them off. I just don't think you should be doing that against your world champ and these potential invaders. That's a threat to your show. I mean, if they took them 11 minutes to beat them, then what would it take to beat Moxley and the Lucha Brothers? 25, 30? Um, but other than that, I thought this was the first time you really got the AEW versus Impact feel.
Yes,
Before this, it was mostly friendly. Even Tony Khan bought advertising space for Impact Show. Uh, but this time,
hilarious, by the way.
yeah, this time, Tony looked pissed. Even Shivani on commentary kind of threw a dig in there. He's like, "Yeah, they're competing at the Impact's next pay per view. What is it? Already dead? Something like that."
He
Yeah,
botched the name on purpose. That was
yeah.
hilarious.
So you're starting to get some tension there. So that's good. We're starting to figure out where it's exactly going. It's not going to be this friendly. Let's team up. Whatever. It's actually going to be a feud. Uh, and you still wonder where the Young Bucks are falling in this. They were pissed, but they still came out there and stopped Moxley from kind of beating Omega down. So they're kind of torn in the middle. So it's still interesting.
Yeah, and well, not only that, they kind of reluctantly did the too sweet with those guys
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
So I think they're more on the fence than what we might think they are.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the Bucks loved like the Bullet Club back together. That probably like made them so happy, but they were just like, I don't know if we like it in this way.
Yeah,
Especially because Gallows and Anderson were supposed to be in AEW. Like
right.
they were supposed to come
And
to AEW. Same with AJ.
and I'm kind of glad, after last week, I was sitting there thinking about this angle. I'm glad the Young Bucks isn't exactly on that side because, kayfabe, right? And AEW is really out there with their behind the scenes stuff as far as Cody running things, Omega running things, Young Bucks running things.
Mm-hmm.
And when you really sit there and really think about it, it's hard for me to buy into a story that three of the four of your vice presidents is on this ever promotion trend. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I'm glad there's a little balance there now, and it's not just the vice presidents against AEW. It's a tough sale. The more I thought about it, so
No, trust. I thought the same thing. That it was like, damn, that's like most of the actual like executive team
yeah,
of AEW going against
yeah.
AEW.
So as much as the whole reunion kind of sounded cool, I like logical stuff. That's when you start getting illogical. That's when you're kind of going against what I like. So I'm kind of liking this turn that we had this week.
Well, yeah, because to like Katie's point and yours, really, that's probably why the Bucks obviously are, kind of wishy-washy about the whole thing. Like they're like, no, I love these guys and I want this group back together, but like AEW is my baby. You know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of the vibe that I get from it.
I mean, I guess we're gonna have to wait to see where the Bucks' loyalty lies.
Yeah.
I mean, it's gonna be a waiting game. I mean, worst long term, probably Revolution in February. Because I mean,
I
I
don't
could
even think it'll be. I don't even think it'll be over with by then. I mean, I think that this is
I
probably
think Revolution will be like the first like major breakthrough in like this AEW versus Impact stuff. Just because like Revolution, I mean, last year at Revolution we saw
that's when Mox won
Mox
the
win the
title.
title and Kenny and Hangman take on the Bucks. Like we saw fantastic matches at Revolution last year.
Yeah.
So I have a feeling that's where we're gonna see the first of probably many stepping stones, or maybe at Impact's Hard to
Hard to
Kill.
kill. Yeah.
I actually forgot what
Well,
the favorite was going to.
no, legitimately, Kenny is wrestling at that event.
Yeah, he is.
With
He's wrestling with the Good Brothers.
Yeah. So I think that probably could be it could be a big moment. Maybe it won't be, but it could be for all that whole stuff.
I guess. Well, I'm not gonna watch Hard to Kill because I watch too much wrestling. But we will see what happens with all of that.
It's also on, I believe, during the Bills playoff game. So there's no way in hell.
Yeah, can't get Cav away from the Bills.
Hey, go Buffalo.
So we saw the Dynamite debut of The Waiting Room, which is Dr. Britt Baker's talk show, which, of course, I have a list of the entire episode because of my teeth, so thanks, Dr. Britt Baker. And her guest is Cody Rhodes. She's constantly doing, like, little digs at him. Oh, like, no fake friends, only fake teeth.
That was so good.
Cody and Brandy's baby's gonna have an action figure before she does, and Cody was like, maybe, I don't know.
He kind of was too. He was like, you might have a point there.
He's like, I don't know, maybe, we'll see. And before Cody can even say anything, Britt says, oh, well, I have another special guest, and it's Jade Cargill, who I completely forgot about. Not even gonna lie to you. She comes out and said, well, no one gives a damn that Brandy's pregnant. If anything, it's a good thing, but Shaq and I are tired of waiting. Where's my match? When Brandy gets back, I'm gonna beat her ass. Like, all of this stuff. Then she slaps the taste out of Cody's mouth.
Oh my God.
And that prompts Red Velvet, who is maybe 5 foot, opposed to Jade, who's probably like 6 something with her heels on.
Yeah, she's tall.
She is tall. We get a nice little slap fight between them. All of the women who were sitting in the waiting room audience come out and like separate them. And then Cody like gets Red Velvet to leave. And then the video of Britt Baker applying the lockjaw and dumping water on Thunder Rosa plays. And then Thunder Rosa's like, she comes on
That was
the
an
screen.
awkward transition, by the way.
It was really awkward.
Like, I didn't understand exactly what was going on there. It was like all the stuff happened with Jade Cargill or whatever, and then all of a sudden it was like they cut to Britt Baker and she's like, oh yeah, look at that, that's cool. And I'm like, what? Like, there wasn't any closure from the last thing that happened. You know what I mean?
No, there wasn't. And like it kind of threw me off. I was like, didn't I already see this like a few weeks ago? Why is this playing again? And Thunder Rosa says, well, Tony Khan says the match we're gonna have needs to be big, needs to have a nice spot. So you get to face me at Beach Break February 3rd, which I really thought she was gonna say Revolution, because that'd be perfect.
I did too.
Because who cares about Beach Break? I'm sorry, but it's stop.
No, Revolution would have been perfect. I'm kind of disappointed that it's not going to be at Revolution, to be honest with you.
I mean, we could end up getting like the rematch at Revolution.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I mean, Britt Baker was like, Tony, you told me I didn't have to wrestle her. Like, Britt Baker got so mad.
It was perfect. It was so good.
Seb, what do you think about the whole waiting room segment and then all of the stuff with Cody and Jade?
Overbooked. Just too much. It was everywhere, in my opinion. It kind of reminded me back in the old Diva days in WWE where they throw 2 women's feuds in one little 5-minute segment just to get out of the way. And like Kev said, the transitions were so awkward. And I really wanted to like the weight room segment. When I seen it last week, I was like, I feel like Britt Baker will be good in this role. And who knows, she might be. I mean, it ain't her fault that 20 other people were involved here. And
Yeah.
yeah, and, the whole Thunder Rosa being ugly thing that they got going on, um, to me, that's just, we criticize if WWE pulls that kind of stuff. Well, I don't think they should have it either, especially when the AEW women's division is right now more focused on the NWA title instead of the AEW title.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, right now, the AEW women's division is kind of a mess.
Yeah, it is.
And you said Revolution, and sitting here thinking about, have we ever had 2 women's matches on a pay-per-view card for them? And that's probably why it won't be, because I gotta have a
match. I think. Okay, which one was it? It was whichever pay-per-view. It was. Oh man. When it was Swole versus Baker in that cinematic match, and I'm pretty sure it was Sheeta versus Nyla Rose.
Okay, yeah, you're right. They did have that in the den stuff. Yeah, okay. But one pay per view out of like 12, so they're not really, it's like they don't want to dedicate the time to it, and that's probably why it's going to be at the Beach Bash, right? Is that it?
A beach break.
Okay, I keep wanting to say Bash in the beach, but
So do I, man.
yeah, but yeah, to me it was just overbooked.
It was all over the place.
But
I liked it.
Their women's divisions, the people they have in it are good, but utilizing them well and giving them time, that's the issue.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, this whatchamacallit, Jade Cargill versus what's her Red Velvet, that's intriguing to me.
It is.
For sure. I want to see that.
I do want to say Jade slapped the absolute piss out of Red Velvet.
Oh my God.
Absolute piss out of her.
Yeah. 100%.
Then you had Britt Baker over there for some reason. She was like on her phone, like acting like she was videotaping it. Like I don't know. It was just. If you noticed after the pull, they went to her and she had her phone out. Like I don't know. It was weird.
Nah, man. But to me, Jade Cargill, she's so, like I said, she's intriguing. She has a, she has that like Amazon quality to her, kind of, where you're like, oh, she's gonna kick some effing butt.
Honestly, at first when I seen the phone in her hand, I thought she like hit a button to bring the her and Thunder Rosa on the screen.
Oh, you might be right.
Well, then it went straight to Thunder Rosa, so that kind of blew that off. So I was like, well, that wasn't it. So it was just.
It was Retribution. They hacked it.
They hacked the other company's software. I wouldn't be surprised. They're not doing anything else with Retribution. Might as well have them hack AEW.
Well, T-Bar and Sammy Guevara are feuding on Twitter.
Yeah, they are. That's beef I didn't expect to happen in 2021, but like I'm not mad at it. It's very entertaining.
It actually really is. They are.
You can say what you want about Retribution, but their Twitter game's pretty good.
Their Twitter game's fire.
No, absolutely.
But WWE will now refuse to give Ali a mic, and they're just not doing anything with Retribution.
But anyway, Retribution.
This is not WWE. This is not the Raw recap that me and Kyle did on Tuesday. Check it out, youtube.com/SmackDown Podcast. Jurassic Express. So the team of Jungle Boy and Marco Stunt taking on FTR. Obviously, FTR's whole issue with Marco is that he's just the mascot, and Jungle Boy.
Same issue that everybody has with him.
Yeah, but pertaining to this, the main. Listen, Jungle Boy's fantastic.
Yeah, he's one of the better young up and coming stars at AEW. Man, I feel like he could be top guy in the next 3-4 years for sure.
100%.
Marco Stunt ain't it though.
He tried.
I can't.
He tried.
That's all you can ever say about him is he tried.
I mean, you have to admit the tag team moves that him and
yeah.
Jungle Boy did are phenomenal.
No, those are cool. They're cool, but like that's it.
There's only so many hair Coronas I can see.
Yeah.
I mean,
don't get me wrong. I popped for some of them because some of them were really dope. But I hear what you mean. I mean, like
he's so little though. He ought to be able to pull off some. I mean, I don't know. I just anytime Marco's in, I'm out basically.
Yeah.
To me, there's no way on God's green earth that Marco Stunt and Jungle Boy, as good as Jungle Boy is, he can't carry. He should be able to carry Marco Stunt to a 15-minute match with FTR that just had a banger of Young Bucks not long ago. I mean, it's just, and they had to have help at the end to get the. I don't know. You can take 5 minutes of this off, 2 or 3 minutes off the Mega Good Brothers match and give it to the women, and that solves that issue. I just don't understand.
No, that's a really good point. Honestly.
I mean, it's like they have a fascination of every match having that be 12 minutes when it don't. It just doesn't. It's okay to have a 5-minute squash match sprinkled in. Not
yeah, I mean, you could even made them look competitive and still had them lose in 5 minutes. You know.
Yeah, I mean, Marco shouldn't be able to take. I mean, if you wanted them to make them look good, Marco shouldn't be able to take much anyway, especially against. I mean, don't get me wrong, FTR ain't huge, but they're stout-looking guys. You know. I mean, 1-2 big moves should be able to take Marco out from them. They have this fascination with 12-minute matches and making everybody look good. And to me, I would like a tier. Like when you watch these tag matches, other than the people having the belts, everybody has 12 minutes matches. You can't tell, and they're mostly 50-50, 60-40. It's okay to have teams better than other teams. Not everyone has to be on equal playing field for me.
Well, no, I hear you, but the thing is with this, and I understand the Marco Stunt thing. Yeah. Don't get me wrong.
Well, I'm not just talking about tag teams, dude. I do it a lot in singles matches where not every match. Yeah, I mean, it's at least 12-minute matches every time, and I just don't get it.
Well, the point I was going to make is that, I mean, Jurassic Express is ranked second, you know.
With Luchasaurus, though. I mean, that's a big difference.
Yes. No. I absolutely agree. But what I'm trying to say is that, like, I feel like they're in that tier, that top tier, you know. I feel like Jungle Boy could be able to carry a match like that for a little while at least. I mean, but no, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm going to make
if Luchasaurus was in this match, fine. Give him 12 minutes. Fine. But, yeah, I didn't like the time and the offense they gave to Marco. But to me, he's just too unbelievable.
Yeah, I can't say Marco Stunt.
And like I said, you can take 5 off this, 3 off another match. It didn't need the time. Give it to the women. It helps their whole division. I just don't understand their timing and pacing of certain stuff.
Yeah, well, whatever.
So the ending of this match, I just want to briefly wrap that up because you guys have said your piece on Marco, and like I get it. Like trust me, I get it.
And they needed help to beat him.
Well, Tully of course gets involved, pushes Marco into the post. He goes back into the ring after Jungle Boy comes around. It gets nailed by like a clothesline. That's what it's called. I literally forgot for a second. It's fine.
Sorry.
Then FDR hits. They are now calling it the Big Rig in honor of Brody Lee.
That was dope. I like that a lot.
And like they have the blessing from Brody's wife. She said you guys are perfectly okay to use that as the name. So they hit the Big Rig on Marco for the win. Nobody's surprised. It proves FDR's point that Marco's just a mascot to Jurassic Express. Where it goes from here, I don't know.
Yeah.
Hopefully Marco.
Yeah, hopefully this is over with. I'm sorry. I don't mean to keep coughing.
Done dying.
No, the entropy happens at all times. Anyway.
Anyways,
No, I don't know where it's going to go from here. I mean, the only place I could see it going is maybe another match where Luchasaurus is involved. You know,
And I'm good with
Luchasaurus
that.
Jungle Boy.
I love Luchasaurus. I mean,
Oh yeah, he's one of the best characters and wrestlers and everything that AEW has. I want to see him on my TV more. They might be trying to be careful with him though, because he seemed a little injury prone for a little while.
Hmm.
I don't know though, you know. But yeah, he's yeah. I want to see a lot more of him.
I mean, I don't know how anyone can hate a wrestling dinosaur,
Right?
but I digress. Following that, we got the first of two title matches. We got the NWA Women's Championship match. So we had Serena Deeb, the champion, taking on Tay Conti, who came out with the Dark Order, and then Anna Jay stayed ringside.
Yo, when is Tay Conti gonna join the Dark Order?
Soon, probably.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like I'm waiting on that too. But anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to.
Oh no, you're fine. It was a very technical match, like a lot of submission holds, a lot of just holds in general, and Tay Conti held her own.
Oh
And
yeah.
Tony Schiavone kind of brought it up when Tay Conti was coming into NXT. I believe Deeb was one of the women training her.
Yeah, he did. He did because it felt like he almost was gonna say WWE and then
Yeah,
didn't. You know, because
I'm
but yeah, no, he totally brought that up.
I'm not I can't even give a percentage of how sure I am, but she was. I mean, she was in one of the Make Young Classics, and she
Serena
might
Deeb,
have
what?
what?
Serena Deeb was in one of the Mae Young Classics.
Yeah,
mhm.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I think I said that the first time she showed up on AEW.
Well, maybe you did. I don't remember.
Maybe I did. I probably did. You just don't listen to me,
I either that or I don't remember.
or both.
Probably both.
But we it was probably one of the best matches Tay Conti's had, just in general.
Yeah, she
And
looked
then
really good.
Deeb ends up hitting her finisher for the win, and she's still champion. And Anna Jay kind of held out her hand, and Tay Conti was really sad. So I have a feeling very very soon we're gonna see Conti join the Dark Order, which I'm not mad at.
No, I'm not either. I think it makes perfect sense. Also, the one thing I wanted to comment about the match: who the hell in women's wrestling right now has better kicks than Tay Conti or Dakota Kai? Holy shit, man! They're I remember when I was watching that match, that's all I could think is who can kick better, you know, between those two women.
There's some hard stiff kicks,
Yeah,
and
and they're both small,
yeah,
you know, but they look devastating. You know what I mean? So,
that's
but
how
yeah,
they get you.
yeah. Yeah, no, Tay Conti definitely easily her best match that I've seen since she's been in AEW. Super impressed. I found myself really rooting for her, you know, about
I thought
halfway.
she was gonna win it.
There were definitely some times where I thought she was gonna win it too. I wanted her to really bad, you know, especially because I figured there'd be a cool celebration and maybe, you know, she'd be like, yeah, Dark Order right then, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
Dark Order
Jazz
with
hands.
this motion. This is
Yeah,
also how
yeah.
you clap in sign language.
Oh, well, there you go.
Little
I
known
finally,
fact.
I
Uh,
finally got my cell phone quit making sounds. It's been over here going crazy. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
you're fired, Sebastian.
Kevin,
It
you
wouldn't
should
go
have been
on.
fired a long time ago. Dude.
Mouth gas.
I can't stand you.
But anyway,
But anyways,
it was a great match. I really enjoyed it. They told a good story. Tay Conti looked really impressive. I was pleasantly surprised we didn't have no shenanigans since we already had them twice and then overbooked waiting room segment. So it was nice to just have something simple. And I really enjoyed the story to tell.
No, you're totally right. It was just a straight ahead match, and that was really dope. And I mean, especially to have a really dope women's match on AEW like that, where they gave them, you know, 15 minutes. It was really nice to see that too.
yeah. maybe that means Anna Jay might go after the NWA title next. I don't know. I mean, they're gonna keep utilizing this title and Deeb. Mine as well, because they're surely not doing anything with Sheeta. But that's neither here nor there. I'm not getting
Well,
into
Sheeta
that.
was almost killed by a zombie not too long ago, so you know.
I mean, that's true. Touche. You got me. They started setting some stuff up. I hate my lisp right now. For next week, there's the Inner Circle Tag Team Challenge. So Santana and Ortiz taking on MJF and Jericho taking on Sammy Hager. Then we have Matt Sydal and Top Flight taking on Hardy Party. Hangman Adam Page and the Dark Order, which is going to be Cole Cabana, John Silver, and Alex Reynolds, taking on TH2 and the Chaos Project, which is Luther and Serpentico. Then Leela Hirsch taking on Nyla Rose, which I'm actually kind of intrigued to see that match.
Yeah, me too, actually.
And then Mox is going to be in action.
And it's Brody Lee's son's birthday. It is. -1, isn't that what is?
I always forget if it's -1 or -1.
I don't know either.
Well, it's Brody Lee Jr.'s birthday.
Yeah.
Next week.
And
which is why we're getting the Page and Dark Order taking on TH2 and the Chaos Project.
Yep. And that's also why it really leads me to believe that Paige is going to join the Dark Order. I mean,
Page
like
is gonna join the Dark Order.
You can't disappoint that kid right now. Are you kidding me?
That kid's gonna turn 9, and you're not gonna join the Dark Order. Dishonor on you. Dishonor on your cow, or in that case, his horse.
I might turn heel on Hangman if he does that jerk. I'll wrestle him and beat him up. I don't care.
Okay, Kevin. Let's calm down here, buddy.
Don't tell me to calm down. I'm getting real fired up over here.
Seb, anything next week catching your eye?
The Nyla Rose and that match, yeah.
Leela Hirsch. She's like 5
Oh,
foot.
Yeah, but unlike Marco, she actually has like amateur skills to back up the size and stuff.
No, she really does. I remember the last match I saw of her. I was like, "Holy crap! This chick can wrestle, like for real." You know,
Well, she's like a actual amateur wrestler and stuff. So
yeah.
Yeah. Other than that, just another night of 6 and 8 man tag matches.
That I will excuse the 8-man tag match for Brody Lee Jr., but I hear you. There's a lot of 6 and 8.
Well, the Inner Circle tag match. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
I mean, that's technically.
Oh yeah, but that's like a
6
triple
people,
threat tag match kind of a deal. Yeah.
Weird, but all right. Let's go to our main event, the TNT title match. We got Darby Allin, of course, our champion, taking on Brian Cage. It was literally like Darby Allin.
How did Darby Allin make it through the night?
He, like, in the first 3 minutes of the match, he got hoisted up from the ring and thrown into the timekeeper's area through the table, busting him open. Now, mind you, there is 100-pound difference between the two men. 100 pounds at least.
Oh yeah. Brian Cage was ragdolling him the whole time.
I literally have tossing Darby around like a ragdoll in my notes.
Yeah. No, I mean that's all it was. But it was awesome.
It was awesome, but also terrifying because Darby's a precious little emo bean, and I don't want anything actually bad to happen to him. And it was towards.
I think I know what spot you're talking about. That I was like, oh my god, he's gonna die if he does this.
We all do. So Cage brought the steps like kind of to the middle of the outside of the ring, if that makes sense visually. You can picture it, and Darby ends up kicking him and then biting the shit out of his hand. So Cage fell back first onto the steel steps, and Darby being Darby, goes up to the top turnbuckle and hits a coffin drop onto Cage, who was on the steps. And I thought Darby Allin died for the 15th time this
In this
year.
match alone.
In this match alone. Like, Darby should not have been standing, let alone hitting a coffin drop off the top onto some steps.
I thought that was actually like one of the safest spots he did today.
I mean, it
It
kind
was
of
probably safer than getting thrown through the table.
Yeah, when you really think about it, like when you do it on the edge of the ring, that's different. There's a little less air, but you know, he had a lot. There's really a straight shot, and Brian Cage, you know, he's strong enough where if something happens, he just catch the guy real quick. So,
I mean, that's true.
yeah. So,
But it was still scary as
I saw it coming. I was like, well, this is probably the safest one he's ever done. So go for it.
Maybe, but man, that like I'm afraid every time he does that coffin drop shit that he's gonna like
Die?
paralyze himself. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, he's gonna break his goddamn back.
Oh, it's still not the safest move in the world for sure, but this is the one, the safest one he's probably done.
Nah, I mean, I hear what you're saying, but still, I mean, how much longer is he even gonna be able to leave that move in his moveset? You know?
I feel safer with Brian Cage there to catch me instead of being off a inch and hitting ring ropes or, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the one where he coffin dropped
Yeah.
onto the apron.
He's done that like 3 or 4 times now. Yeah,
He's done that a lot.
Yeah, that's
spot-
just dumb. He shouldn't. He literally shouldn't be doing that, even though it's awesome.
To finish off this match, Darby hits the code red, and he's like, it looks like he's gonna go up for the coffin drop again, except in the ring, and Hook gets up and distracts the ref, and Starks kind of pulls Darby's leg down. Lights go out. Sting appears.
It's Sting.
There you go. I can't do it,
Yeah.
but I'm glad you did. Thank you.
Yeah,
Hits Ricky Starks in the neck, basically, with the bat, and then just beats him with it. And then
Ricky Starks sold the hell out of that too,
He did.
man. Holy crap. He was I think he was glad to get beat up by Sting, it almost feels.
I would be glad to get beat up by Sting. I would
Well-
pay to get beat up by Sting at this point.
I don't know about that, but I hear you.
Darby ends up hitting a like crucifix bomb pin thing in the air, and then pin uses Cage's weight against him, basically pins Cage 1, 2, 3, and Sting and Darby were kind of just still standing in the ring together, chilling. Sting actually did something this week. It wasn't just him standing around looking at Darby. He actually helped Darby.
Mm-hmm.
So where do we go from here with Darby and Sting and with Team Taz?
I mean, Sting's pretty much Darby's guardian angel. Team Taz.
Can you hear him?
Nope, we lost you, Sebastian. Your audio.
Oh no, my internet.
There you go. Now you're back.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Well, okay. As I was saying, I think Darby, or we had more Patreon moves than what Darby hit on Cage, and he won the match. So, I don't know. Man, I don't think they're going to disband or anything like that, but
No.
No.
I think the whole story of the match, obviously was the fact that, like,
Darby got killed. Yeah, I mean,
yeah, and he was still kicking out at 1. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think every time he got covered, he was kicking out at 1.
Yeah.
And then Cage just found himself in the wrong place at the wrong time, and Allen took advantage of it. So yeah, I mean, I can see, this continuing for sure. I mean, this match, like they kept putting over on commentary. It took 7-8 months.
9 months.
Yeah, there you go. They were cooking a baby. They had a bun in the oven. So I could easily see them going back and having, Cage, Allen too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, they probably will. There's probably a rematch. And who knows, it might even be someone like Hobbs that steps up and
Yeah.
that's Darby or starts. But, I mean, the way they're looking at it, looks like they like Darby against these bigger guys. So,
Well, you can do those really kick-ass spots that they
yeah.
do tonight, you know.
So it'd be Cage or Hobbs, I'd say.
Yeah, Hobbs would make a lot of sense. Yeah, I agree.
I mean, regardless of what's happening, Darby Allin's amazing.
Oh
That's it. That's the tweet. Darby Allin is amazing.
yeah, he is. I do love
That's
Darby.
So yeah, that was Dynamite. That was a recap.
Yeah, recapping, capping some rees.
I hate you. I can't. Thank you guys for watching. Again, you can find us on YouTube and Twitter at SmackDown Podcast. Are we at SmackDown Pod on Twitter? I don't know.
Yes.
Yes? Yes.
Yes.
Thank you, Sebastian.
Sure.
I don't know. I have access to the account. I don't tweet from it because it makes me nervous. It's a lot of power I don't like.
I'm gonna start sending dick pics.
Stop it. All right. Well, thank you guys for joining us. Tune in tomorrow. It'll be
Kidding. I'm not gonna.
me, Kev, and RN recapping NXT on the SmackDown podcast Twitch. So just keep an eye out on the Twitter, and we'll see you guys later. Bye bye.
Deuces.
See ya.